Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Pantheon Epsilon! That sounds really much more dramatic and cool, and that fire is right next to my face. I have come up with something of a new concept for this series and possibly multiple other series, which may or may not be coming soon to a YouTube near you. I wonder how close YouTube could be so that we could actually define a YouTube near you. But, setting that aside, the thing that I was going to do is...
oh dear, there's a skeleton I hear. Ow, thank you for that, Mr. Skeleton. Please no, don't do it. It's not gonna be good for either of our healths, yours mostly. Gotcha. Okay, well, I need to go and get some food because all I have is this carrot, which I intend to use for farming, I guess. Right, I will, see you maybe back at my base, maybe not. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. I had something, and, I lost it. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Well, that one didn't even survive long enough. I am back in purple, baby! Alright, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. I love that movie, I'm sure I've told you already. Ain't got no time for daughters, and it's the same for sons. See what I did there? I thought that was kind of clever. Not what I'm pointing at. That is just a random hole to the sky, possibly due to a chunk error. Or chunk not loading, I suppose. This area is mostly safe, as you can probably see on my hotbar down in this-ish corner of the screen, as I point with moving the screen. I got some fish, which I brought back with me, and more importantly, some torches. Bam! Bam! Oh my gosh, this is so much easier than lighting netherrack on fire. How did I survive doing that? I don't know. Okay, what do you say? Lack of easy teleporter brought to you by... Not even gonna try. Dig your way through, I hope tons of mobs are following you. Well, I would say that I'm sorry to dash your hopes, but I'm really, genuinely not. See, when somebody is out to dash your hopes and dreams, don't feel bad about dashing theirs. It's only fair. They brought it on themselves. And I'd say that it's a totally justified reaction. Here we go. So... hey, look at that, I do have a mob following me. I guess I'll kill him before, make sure my back's kind of safe-ish. I guess I'll put this down. That way I know there's nothing coming in from behind me. So was that start a little rough for you? Yeah, I only died like 4 times. It'll only get worse from here. Stuck hint. Well, I'm gonna guess the hint is break the glowstone. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not at all what I meant to do. There we go. You know, I'm taking all the glowstone. This glowstone now belongs entirely to me. To me! Oh, this is cool, and it's an intersection. Alright, so we have a watered cover ceiling, and a lava floor, which makes me very, nervous. And let's never speak of that again. Alright, pork chop, and some wood. Wood's nice. What's this? Is this wood? That's wood. What is that? Virulent Grove? Oh, that sounds absolutely lovely. Corrupt Gatria? Citadel of Sapphire. Well, of those 3, only one doesn't sound like it's going to immediately kill me. So that's probably where I'm going to be. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to bring my base up here. Boop. Aww. Boop. The contents of trips number 1 inventory, right here. The contents of trip number 2 and the final trip's inventory. Note of explanation, I've already set my spawn, hence this. This is just in case I want to make water breathing potions, and this little baby will help me make a trap chest without needing to use an iron ingot. See you at base number 2. New book. Acquired. Oh, bugger. Welcome to Fort Ace Kick, where your authority is not recognized. Here's my new spawn, set semi-precariously right next to some lava and some water, which is too far to be of any use if I should somehow get into the lava. I've got various chests all around. I've got 2 furnaces here and here, crafting tables. As it turns out, you can open a chest that has an anvil on top. That just makes me so happy. Like, unbelievably, you don't even know happy. Just massively happy. This is the one, the offering to Kerblah, offering to the guardian of the underworld. That's the one we've acquired so far. Miscellanea. Miscellanea, speaks for itself. Semi-valuable items. Armor. That's all I have in the way of armor thus far, besides from what I'm wearing, and Zephyros's head hardly counts. Tools, weapons, basically just anything goes. I've even got a stone hoe in here. Blocks, this includes my wood, and I have my chests and signs here just so I know where they are. And I think to start off, let's peek in each one of the areas just real quick. I said this one was going to hurt the least, so let's go here first. Pew! Darn, that was not quick. So I tried to be nice to you this time. I really did. I'm expecting them to spawn a creeper in behind me or something. Do you like this stuff? It's okay. Lapis, I believe they call it lapis. Yes, congratulations. 5 stars. Well, you better. You'll be seeing A lot of it. Yes. Yes. Yes, so it would seem. So it would seem. That word looks like drop to me. I'm sure it's probably not, but I'm not going to shift over the edge. Okay, so it looks like we've got some water down there. So that is a safe drop. A smarter man than me would probably make certain he has a safe way back up. What in the world is my render distance set to? Hold on here, let me see. Options, video settings, 8 chunks. Why in the heck is it at 8 chunks? There we go. Okay, so it'll take a little second to render in the rest of the chunks, so now instead of fog we have a sharp cutoff. That's a thing. That looks like a big thing. This is obviously the main thing. At a guess, we'll probably in the spire, up top there. And then I've got what looks like a bunch of residential districts. I can spot 2 beds from here. And given that most of this, with certain notable exceptions, is open to the daylight, this looks like it could be a lovely place to go. But in the meantime, let's go back. Back to Fort Iskik, where your authority is not recognized. I like that. That's going to stick around. That might have to be what I name all my forts from here on out. Alright. And so now, let us check out the one right across the way. You know, I find it kind of funny that they call this Silent Start, when really, let's be honest, it should be called Screaming Start. I mean, you know, it's a little ragey. But anyway, let's continue right on to the, what was this, Virulent Grove. We got a little bit of wood here, we got some leaves. Kapow! Note for low-end computer users, it's suggested to play this area on fast graphics. This is because lighting for leaves is FPS heavy. If you have Optifine, set trees to fast in the details menu. Well, I think I've already got mine set to fast. This is not because I'm using a low-end computer, but simply because, I mean, I prefer the fast graphics, kind of, actually. So it's a personal preference, don't judge me. Okay, I don't like this soul sand path one bit. So we've got some chests there, and I am sort of tempted to just book it forward. From here, I see wood and coal ore, trees, obsidian, fences, and what looks like it's about to be a drop-off. I heard a skeleton. Ha, you so weren't expecting trees, right? Well, with a name like Virulent Grove, I'm gonna grab some blocks real quick. Just to make a safe, quick path backwards and forwards and backwards, and every direction in between backwards and forwards, which I suppose may include any and all of the cardinal directions. And then some. What other directions might we say, besides from the cardinal directions? It's backwards and forwards, upwards and down, north, south, east, west. There's the, what do you call the secondary ones? Northeast, southeast. I don't know if those, you would just call those secondary directions, or... You know, I've got 22 soul sand in my inventory, and I only brought 18 blocks. That's a, you know, genius move on my part. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't need all the way, just part of the way. There, let's choose that as my arbitrary point for blocking. Here, there we go. And I still hear skeletons. I'm gonna make this a 1 wide gap. Okay, I see a chest down there. I'm placing odds at 3 to 1 that it's trapped, and would lead to an explosion of death and or doom. Probably. Okay, real quick. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, okay, this is nice. This is lovely. Bye, thank you for your loot, goodbye. Goodbye, skeleton, goodbye. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. Ah, the sound of music. It's a classic no matter what your age. Alright, let's go nom 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 on some delicious fish. And let's check out last the corrupt Gatria. I didn't really peek my head too far in there. I just grabbed the items and I bolted, didn't I? I suppose I'll go back. You know, soon enough. What was that noise? What's this? What's that? What was that noise? Jeez, these stairs are long. Okay. The noise sounded like, a guardian? Maybe? I suppose that makes a vague amount of sense. Okay. Maybe I should stop to read the signs. Zero left the team due to a death in his close family. My condolences. King Titer and Hybrin contributed to finish what progress Zero had made. We hope to see you back with us soon, Zero. We do indeed. You know, mostly. Area beautified and finished by Cold Fusion Gaming. Good on you, mate. The plains of Gatria were once one of the most beautiful landscapes this world had ever seen. But one of the gods of the Pantheon, Zero, god of darkness, was not content with this peaceful land. He cast a curse upon it, which caused every day here to be dark and grim. And now it's becoming night. That's a spawner. I want to say spider. That's a skeleton. Let's just get a little bit of light out here, I suppose. Come at me, skeleton. Is it raining? It's raining only on select blocks, it would seem. Okay, yep, spider spawner! Goodbye, sayonara spawner! Wait, isn't that... meh? Okay. So it looks like this area will partially be helped by daylight. There's pigs here. I could farm carrots, bring pigs back to my farm, and just start a massive pig corral, wherein I can eat all the pig meat I would ever desire. That actually sounds like a lovely idea. I may have to actually do that. What is that? Is that netherrack and nether brick, and... I'm gonna assume the thin ones are fences, maybe? Well, this area is just absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. There's something on my left that I didn't... Stairs are long. Here's a shortcut. Yeah, I couldn't have included one of those at the top of the stairs? No, just be grateful for what you have. Okay, that's the sound of the rain overhead. I don't know why I thought that was like a guardian noise. Well, we've got an idea of what each area has. I have a full set of leather armor. Zephyros, it is time to bid your head goodbye. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye to your head as well. Do you know what? You get a place of honor. You get a place of honor. Now we've got a bunch of sharpness 2 gold swords. Now I either have 4 sharpness 2 gold swords, or I have 3 sharpness 3 gold swords, or I have 1 sharpness 4 gold sword. However, all of those are useless on their own, let's be honest. However, counterpoint. I have this, Unbreaking 5, and sharpness 2 to boot. Now if I combine that with this, let's go ahead and see what that would cost. So here's the primary, here's the secondary, and what would switching these two cost? 13, yeah, let's not. And this gives me Unbreaking 5, sharpness 3, and knockback 2. Let's go ahead and name you Excalibur, because that is totally original. Now, how much would this cost? 3. And how much would this cost? 6. But that would give me a sharpness 4, Unbreaking 5, knockback 2, which would be pretty darn good for this point in the game. But in the meantime, you are going to stay here. You are going to stay here. You are going to go here. You can stay there. I'm going to mutter to myself while I arrange things here. I'm going to place... Do I have soul sand anywhere else? I'm going to place soul sand right there. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let me see here. Armor. Chest. So that goes there. Let's place the blocks up where they belong. And take just a couple with me. You can fare thee well. Ah, that sizzling lava that proves it's died a horrible flaming death. Okay, well, let's go check out the Virulent Grove. I want to call it Virulent Gatria. And that's a mix of the other two, obviously. I'm going to come back for this wood here in a second. I've already read those signs. I don't know why I wanted to stop and read them again. Alrighty then. I hear skeletons. They haven't gone away. There's still a chest down there. Okay, what do we got here? Let's just light up the area in my immediate surroundings some, eh? Okay, there's Mr. Skelebaub. Okay. Backing off. Backing off. So we've got that one big tree, it looks like, and a couple of smaller trees. Jeez. Thank you, skeleton. That was lovely. May I have another, sir? No. Well, actually, that's unfortunate, because that happens to be where I wanted to go next. Hello, Mr. Creeper. I think, to be on the safe side, let's just do... you little... Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That was pretty bad, actually. There we go. Okay, so I've blocked that off, which means I can eat, and dive bomb these two skeletons. Just force them into the corner, and... Oh, hey, look, I got another bow. Okay. I'm not looking at a trap chest. I'm not seeing gravel that could be updated. Just going through my mind all the types of traps there could be. That's obsidian. Let's just dig out around... Obviously... Bugger! Oh, jeez, out, no! Okay. So... Let's recap what I did there. I broke a block, which had a redstone torch. This redstone torch was keeping a signal on, which I assume must have gone to a signal inverter, which, upon losing the signal, then it ceased inverting and provided a redstone signal to the TNT, which I don't doubt was almost certainly primed, because why take chances? If I were the map maker, I certainly would have had it primed. Let's just seal this off. Close enough. Nothing could ever go wrong. And actually, that's the best way to leave it not sealed off. Okay. Well, now that skeletons are taken care of, let's just go ahead and take these blocks down. Suck it, zombie! Gosh, dang it. That's right. Potato! Okay, this is coming home with me. This is mine. This potato now belongs to me in all of its vast potato-y glory. So now I can have all the pork chops I want. I can have all the potatoes I want. I'm honestly not 100% sure which is better. I just got a whole bunch of blocks. Let's use these. Okay, is that as far out as that goes? Yeah, there we go. Let's grab this wood up right here, because there's no sense in leaving good wood behind. Hop! No. Bad lava. Let's not. Let's not deal with your shenanigans, lava. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody. Okay, this wood now belongs to me. I can do weird things with my voice. And now I sound like I'm high. Or drunk, one of the two, but... Let's be honest, those are two of the most amusing states you can be in. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. You know I'm right. Okay. Moving on. There's my weapons and whatnot. Let's grab the bows and combine it to... That's not the button I meant to hit. That's the button I meant to hit. 94. I'll take it. Okay. In all honesty, I should probably get a farm going. Is that water right there? That's probably a good location for a farm, just branching off that wall. I could get the water to go straight out. Okay, I'm gonna get a farm going, and, Lord knows I've got more than enough bones for it. Yeah, look at that. Wow. much bone, so let's not talk about it. Forget I ever said that. Alright, I'm gonna get a farm going, as I've said for now, I believe the 3rd time. And I will see you here in just a second. Are you prepared to bask in the glory that is my farm? It's amazing, spectacular, 10 out of 10 wood farm again! Simple layout, obviously. This got out of hand with the block updates, but it's mostly under control. With the lapis here, I'm still in F1. Okay, there we go. I've got alternating rows of potatoes and carrots. For those of you not in the know, this is actually a quicker way to grow your crops, because of how Minecraft checks for block updates. It's, basically, if it checks to see if it's got another potato in, like, either the X or the Y. And if it has it in one, but not both, then it updates faster. Something. You'd have to ask Zuzumovoid, the exact mechanics. I don't know. As you can see, my potatoes are chucking along rather nicely. The carrots, rather slower. Now, you may ask, why is this one left here? Because I want it to. That's why. That's all the reason I need. Okay, so... Oh, my God. Come back, potato. Come back. Did I put my hoe up? I put my hoe up. Always leave your side hoe at home. And a collective exhale of disgust was given by the audience at that time. See, you may not think it, but I think that I'm hilarious. And really, that's all that matters. If you think you're funny, forget everybody else. You know? Yeah, that makes total sense. Well, on that note of forgetting all about you, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.